safety announcement. Exits are located throughout the XFinity Center. For your safety, look for your nearest exit. In case of an emergency, please walk, do not run to that exit. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the December 2017 commencement exercise of the Robert H. Smith School of Business. To follow today's proceedings, please turn to page 4 in your commencement program. There you'll find a ceremony guide followed by a list of graduates receiving the following degrees: Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Business Administration, Specialty Masters, and Bachelor of Science. Additional information about the Robert H. Smith School of Business is also included. Leading the academic processions will be hundreds of graduates of the graduating class of 2017. They in turn will be led by 2 column marshals. Following these graduates will be representatives of the Smith School's illustrious faculty, staff, and our PhD graduates, led by Dean Alexander J. Triantis and Senior Associate Dean Michael Ball. You will notice the leaders of each group will be carrying maces. Since the Middle Ages, university processions have been preceded by carrying the mace, a symbol of the university's authority to govern itself and to grant degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the graduating class of 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of the national anthem, which will be performed by Smith School's Director of Undergraduate Career Programming, Ms. Ashley Chicoine.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Presiding over these exercises is Dr. Alexander Triantis, Dean of the Robert H. Smith School of Business.
Good morning, graduates of the class of 2017. Good morning, family and friends of the class of 2017. Good morning to our distinguished guests and to members of the Smith School faculty and administration. I welcome you to the commencement of the Robert H. Smith School of Business so that together we may honor our graduates, women and men who have completed the requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Business Administration, Specialty Master's, and Bachelor of Science degrees. From each of us sitting on stage, from every teacher who taught you, and every staff person who made your Smith experience possible, we offer a well-deserved congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause. You should be proud. You've graduated from one of the preeminent business schools in the world. At the Smith School, the best education, the best students, the best faculty, and the most challenging problems of our global interconnected society come together in ways that are transformative and far-reaching. We are a center of collaboration, innovation, and fearless ideas. Every day, Smith ideas and Smith people are moving beyond labs and lecture halls to make a genuine and positive impact on our society, on our economy, and on our world. Today, you become one of those people. You will go out into the world armed and ready to live lives of meaning and purpose, create value for your organizations, and impress the heck out of everyone who meets you. The occasion of your commencement is a time to celebrate journeys, to celebrate beginnings and endings, and all the amazing things that happen in between. Today, we look back on your journey and look forward to your future. Some members of the platform party will be introduced as the program proceeds. At this time, I would like to introduce other platform participants, and please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Patricia Reich, Assistant Dean for Career Services. Please hold your applause. Thank you. Please don't hold your applause. Professor Kay Bartol, Chairperson of Management and Organization. Professor Michael Fu, Chairperson of Decision, Operations, and Information Technologies. Professor Kurt Grimm, Chairperson of Logistics, Business, and Public Policy. Professor Michelle Vettel, representing David Goddess, Chairperson of Marketing. Professor Martin Loeb, Chairperson of Accounting and Information Assurance. Professor Michael Lowenstein, representing Prabala, Chairperson of Finance. Professor Thomas Corsi, Academic Director of MS in Supply Chain Management. Professor Stephen Brown, Academic Director of MS in Accounting. Professor Donald Riley, Academic Director of MS in Information Systems. Professor Rich Matthews, Academic Director of the Master in Finance and Master in Quantitative Finance. Professor Lele, Assistant Dean of Academic Affairs for MBA programs. Professor Judy Frells, Assistant Dean of Online Programs. Professor Pragyan Basu, Part-time MBA Program Faculty Director for the Baltimore and Shady Grove campuses. Professor Christian Desso, Part-time MBA Program Faculty Director for the Washington, D.C. Weekend Program. Professor Paolo Procno, Part-time MBA Program Faculty Director for the Washington, D.C. Evening Program. Ravish Maya, representing the Association of Doctoral Students. And Rachel Karstens, representing the Part-time MBA Association. Pearl Yu, the President of the Smith Masters Student Association. And Zachary Israel, President, Smith Undergraduate Student Association. Now you may applaud. This platform is not large enough to contain all who have played an important role in making this day possible. In this regard, a special debt of gratitude is owed to the outstanding faculty at College Park and the Robert H. Smith School of Business, and to the dedicated staff who have given so much of themselves to the graduates. Also, at this time, we respectfully request that all attendees remain seated throughout the entire ceremony in order to provide full recognition to all graduates. So let's begin by hearing from members of the class of 2017. Dr. Rebecca Ratner, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, will now introduce our first student speaker.
Thank you, Dean Triantis. I am now pleased to introduce student speaker Jessica Ting, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Marketing and Information Systems. Jessica's outstanding performance as a scholar has been recognized with a number of honors and awards. She is a Strategic Design and Innovation Fellow and is part of both the Business Honors and University Honors programs. She's graduating with a perfect 4.0 GPA. Jessica has also taken advantage of many opportunities for experiential learning at Smith. She has been part of 4 teams that took the top prize in case competitions, and she was part of a semester exchange with IE University in Madrid, Spain last spring. Jessica has also been an incredibly involved leader, serving as the Vice President of Events for the Smith Undergraduate Student Association and the Director of Nonprofit Consulting for TERP AMA, the local student chapter of the American Marketing Association. Jessica will begin a full-time role with Capital One as a strategy associate after graduation. Please join me in welcoming Jessica Ting.
Thank you, Dean Ratner, for that wonderful introduction. Class of 2017 winter graduates, congratulations on making it to this special day. I want to say thank you to everyone who's helped us reach this milestone: professors, staff, mentors, friends, family, and especially our parents who have been encouraging and supporting us since day one. In the past couple of months, I've been reflecting on the past 4 years, the adventures, the celebratory moments, the times of disappointment, the entire college experience, and I couldn't help but remember this really embarrassing moment from 4 years ago. At one of the very first networking events I attended as a brand new freshman at the Smith School, I remember walking around feeling so overwhelmed. I knew I was supposed to socialize and network, but I was also really intimidated. So I took a deep breath and I walked up to the stranger that was the closest to me. I read his name tag, which indicated that he worked for the Smith School, and then all of a sudden, I froze and I couldn't think of anything intelligent to say, so I asked, "Oh, so you work for the Smith School?" He looked at me, slightly confused, chuckled, and said, "Well, yes." Once again, my brain decided to stop working properly, so I replied with, "Oh, cool," and then quickly scurried away. Later on, I found out that that person also happens to be our Dean Triantis. So yeah, that was my first experience with networking in the Smith School. Thankfully, 4 years later, I've come a long way in my social skills. Or at least I hope I have. As seniors, a lot of us have gone through many grueling job interviews. We've rehearsed our elevator pitch and can talk about our personal strengths and weaknesses in our sleep. We can even predict most of the interview questions at this point. But at the end of one of my final round interviews, my interviewer asked the question, "What was the number one thing you've learned during your 4 years of college?" That question threw me off a little because I wasn't expecting it, so I asked for 30 seconds to collect my thoughts. What was the number one thing I had learned? I realized that during college, I had learned an immense number of things and had collected so much knowledge. For starters, I discovered how to create really awesome PowerPoints in Design Fellows. In addition, I also learned how to make pivot tables in Excel in Professor Karaki's BMGT 301 class, which I ended up using every single day during one of my internships. Who knew the stuff we learned in the classroom would actually be applicable to the real world? I also learned how to live off of ramen and pesto pasta during the winter months, when walking to a grocery store in the snow just wasn't an option. But then I realized what the most valuable lesson was. So this is what I told the interviewer. I said, "I learned the importance of surrounding myself with people who push me to be a better version of myself, who push me to be smarter, kinder, and more compassionate." In Smith, we are taught since day one the importance of building your network. I still remember Dean Mullen saying, "Your network is your net worth." A lot of people associate the word network with just professional connections, but I think it's so much more. Your network also includes all those people that you've built real relationships with over the years, those people that will stick with you through your lowest points and will be there to celebrate your greatest accomplishments, like our graduation here today. One of the biggest advantages we have as Smith graduates is this incredible network of people we've built around us, the genuine connections that we've created. The nights we spent huddled and in Munching Hall at 1 a.m. eating pizza and complaining about our group projects, while so painful at the time, are now moments that we cherish for bringing us closer to each other. As we graduate and take a leap into the real world, here's my challenge to you: to constantly surround yourself with those people who will push you to be better, smarter, and kinder, and take the time to push those around you to be better as well. As we leave the Smith School and the University of Maryland, I wanted to share with you a quote from A.A. Milne, the creator of Winnie the Pooh. "You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. So go forth and conquer." Once again, congratulations to my fellow graduates. We did it. And thank you so much to all the friends, family, staff, and faculty who helped us reach this day. We could not have done it without you. And Mom and Dad, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Congratulations, everyone. Go Terps!
Thank you for those inspiring words, Ms. Ting. I am now pleased to introduce our graduate student speaker, Yu Rex Wu, who is graduating with a Master of Science in Accounting. Rex was born and raised in China and moved to the United States in 2011. He received his undergraduate degree from Rutgers Business School and was a recipient of the International Student Leadership Award. Rex distinguished himself as a leader during his time at the Smith School. He served as chair of the 2017 Masters Student Orientation Committee and as the vice president of student affairs for the Smith Masters Student Association, where he was instrumental in organizing and planning the school's first ever graduation banquet for master's students. He's also the vice president of community outreach for the Smith Pride Alliance, an affiliate club under the Office of Diversity Initiatives. Rex is pursuing a career in accounting. Please join me in welcoming Rex Wu.
Thank you, Dr. Radna, for the introduction. Dean Triantis, faculty, staff, fellow graduates, and proud families and friends, congratulations. I'm sure you share in my excitement about the completion of our degrees. Today, my fellow graduates, we become proud Smith-Terp alumni. When I first arrived at JFK 5 years ago, I could barely order a drink from Starbucks. Smiling and nodding were the only ways I started to interact with native English speakers. Little did I know I'd be standing here today. If my undergrad was a journey of adapting into a whole new culture for me, then my experience here at Smith as a specialty master's student would be an amazing ride, exploration, and growth. I am proud to be able to stand here today and share my experience at Smith School with all of you. I have learned, grown, and achieved goals that I never thought would be possible. The Smith School has allowed me to seek more opportunities and to embrace my true self. As students, we choose to come to Smith, anxious about schoolwork and unsure if we would make new friends. But yet we choose to come here. Any confusions and doubts that I initially had were resolved immediately during the new student orientation. Our advisors were welcoming, the workshops were informative, and the roundtable lunches in the atrium had diverse menus. We had the opportunity to be exposed to different cultures, to network, and more importantly, to start making new friends. When classes started, I think many of us were surprised about how many group projects we were assigned. The schoolwork was intense, and many students were also facing the pressure of job hunting. There were events and workshops offered almost every week, and there were numerous leadership positions open for students. It was my passion to get more involved with Smith that helped me to take advantage of these opportunities. The intensive schoolwork became flavorful with events, free food, a lot of them, and new friends. I was fortunate to serve for the Smith Master Student Association and the Smith Pride Alliance. As a student leader, along with my wonderful colleagues, I have done my best to carry forward the Smith value to lead fearlessly. My peers are united together under this value, and together we were able to pass this over to the next class. As a community, we have welcomed everyone and embraced a diversity of viewpoints. And in doing so, we open ourselves to new opportunities. 1 year after my own new student orientation, I returned as a chair of the orientation committee. In this role, I welcomed new students with a quote from the Disney movie. At Smith, we sing with all the voices of the mountain, and we paint with all the colors of the wind. I wanted the new students to know that at Smith, everyone is welcomed. At Smith School, we constantly engage in a dialogue of diversity and inclusion. Please take a moment and look around. You can see people from all over the world with various cultural backgrounds. When we first met as new students, we held different values and perspectives. We still do today, but our ideas have been exchanged, communicated, and polished. We have learned to work together and learn from different views. At the same time, we maintain our pride to our roots. No matter your skin color, gender, ethnicity, beliefs, or sexual orientation. The inclusiveness of Smith School has helped us bond, grow, be proud of who we are, and create a synergy that makes Smith one of the most renowned institutions. The Smith School offered us a prestigious academic resources and a comfortable place for us to be who we are in this inclusive environment. And by doing so, we grew pride for Smith. I will fondly remember my journey here at Smith School, and I hope my fellow graduates will do the same. Today marks a turning point for us. I hope from here we will all live our passions and dreams, the dream that will need all the love you can give from every day of your life. Sometimes it might take a little longer to learn how to correctly pronounce caramel brulee latte. But when you're in doubt, remember, Smith had taught us to have a global mindset, to embrace diversity, and to drive changes. With this, we will all lead fearlessly as Smith Terps. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rex. Well, it is now my great pleasure to welcome today's commencement speaker, Connie Weaver. She is a co-founder and chief executive officer of Tracker Group, a strategic consulting firm comprised of accomplished entrepreneurial executives working with a broad array of startups and large companies across diverse industries. Prior to Tracker Group, Connie was a senior executive vice president and chief marketing and communications officer at TIAA, which provides financial products and services for millions of people who work for not-for-profits, including the academic, research, medical, government, and cultural fields. Currently, TIAA has over $950 billion under management at more than 15,000 institutions. Connie is what many of you hope to become, tremendously successful. She has an outstanding track record of building sophisticated marketing capabilities for top companies. She built a playbook to drive major brand and digital transformation for TIAA, AT&T, Bearing Point, The Hartford, MCI, Microsoft, and McGraw-Hill. At AT&T, Connie transformed an iconic consumer brand into a global business-to-business brand. At Bearing Point, she repositioned and differentiated the brand and aligned it with the company's strategy to achieve business goals. She has created and led award-winning investor relations programs and helped orchestrate major capital transactions too. Like you, Connie is a proud Terp with an undergraduate degree in textile science and marketing from the University of Maryland. She has also been an incredible resource to the Smith School, serving on our board of advisors. Connie is a principled and committed leader, and I'm proud to also call her a friend. I can think of no finer role model for you as you enter the marketplace. Please join me now in welcoming Connie Weaver.
Good morning, and thank you, Dean Trianis. What a wonderful, wonderful introduction. And congratulations to all of you graduates and to the family and friends that are here with you and have supported you along the way. As you heard, I am a proud graduate of the University of Maryland in 1975, I might add. And I often reflect and say, hey, I grew up here. This was my beginning. And so I thank you for the generous welcome. But this institution gave me so much more than education. It gave me a worldview. It gave me an open mind. It gave me the beginning of a journey that, as I look back after over 40 years, has been quite spectacular. But the thing I remember most are not all of the profits that I generated, the customer relationships built, the brands that I transformed. It's the people that I met along the way, and the people who helped me discover myself and become me, and the people that I've helped on their journey as they move forward. So, as you heard, I just retired from TIA, and I have to admit, I failed retirement miserably in about 10 minutes and started my own firm with a group of very talented, enterprising, entrepreneurial spirits with lots of experience. So we're already working with many startups and mid-sized companies and helping them to transform and to change and to grow. You know, it's my way of continuing to give back. So with that, I call it my encore because I hate the word retirement. And that also includes many wonderful passions, such as some of the nonprofits I work with, such as Make-A-Wish of America, where you can help people fulfill their mission and find their dreams. So I'm a lucky one. And so I'm going to be here today to talk to you about unlocking some of your potential. Now, I'm not going to stand here and give you advice. As a matter of fact, there's a great deal of research that says people hate to get advice. They dig their heels in, they cross their arms, and then they do just the opposite. So I'm not going to do that today. So I decided to remarket this as ideas. They're ideas that have been probably the most impactful and the most profound for me personally and for other colleagues. And oh, by the way, I am going to limit it to 3. So I'll tell you a few stories along the way. But if you really think of it, ideas are about the choices that we will make throughout our lives, the choices that you will have in front of you, and what you do when that moment comes. Do you go the easy way or the hard way? Do you take the safe route or do you take a risk? Take a chance, open a new door, and think differently about who you are, what you do, and what makes you different. And so, you know, there's a lot of non-scientific research, my own of course, which says that these ideas have nearly 100% success rate. So they really have made a great difference for me. So let's get started and talk about what it takes to really make your mark. So I'm going to start with the first idea, which is a little unconventional. So it is that failure stings a lot less when you appreciate how it can grow you. So if you think about it, how many people start with the concept of failure? And believe me, failure hurts. But I'm going to ask you to think differently and to embrace it, because you will all face it. And Lord knows I've made missteps. Going to the wrong company, chosen the wrong culture, and what about when you get that wrong boss or you make that wrong decision? All of those are points that are really hard, and I'm not going to pretend they're easier, but it's what you do about it and what you think about when those moments happen. As a matter of fact, we all have choices, multiple paths, 2 paths. You can take the positive route or the negative route. You can think about embracing the situation and think forward, or you can get mired up and wallow in the past. Both are choices that only you can make. And I would tell you that I learned early on to appreciate growth through failure. If you fail forward, fail quickly, and learn, you will come out of it with more to give. As a matter of fact, I often call them learnings. And even the people that I've worked with over the years, where they've made mistakes, and they feel terrible when they walk in the room, you say, you know what? Let's look at this as a learning. What did we get out of it? I'll share with you a story. Early in my career, I had the opportunity to go and start the investor relations program at one of the fastest growing tech companies in the Seattle area, Microsoft. And boy, was I excited. So I left MCI and I went right to Seattle. And I got there, and in the first month, I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, this culture, this isn't who I am. So after shedding a few tears and getting over it, I stepped back and I said, no, embrace this as an incredible opportunity. Move forward, build an award-winning program, and then make a choice that you can step proudly from, which is exactly what I did. So when I look back on that situation, and I could have easily gone back to the East Coast and gotten another job right away. No, by embracing it, it was a turning point in my career. I learned so much about the world of tech, and believe me, being in tech in the 90s at the launch of Windows 95, that was pretty incredible. But I will never forget it. And when I look back on it, the people that I met, the relationships that I still have today, I only remember the good because I got so much out of the experience. Don't fear failure. Don't put up artificial boundaries. So many people set lines, and then they set boundaries within the lines, and they don't like to color outside of the lines. We all need a little color. So I'm telling you, get rid of the boundaries, take a chance, and when that happens, when that situation occurs, it's okay, learn from it. Bill McGowan, the founder of MCI, the man who upset the communications industry long ago, used to say to us, go out and make some damn mistakes, but make sure you learn from them. So idea number one. Idea number two, and Jessica, thank you for setting this one up. I totally agree with everything you said. You know, we're in a day where a lot of people think about mentors, and mentors are great. And I know many people who think, oh my God, I only have 6, I've got to get 8. To me, it's not about mentors. As a matter of fact, I won't even talk about mentors. I talk about sponsorship. And I truly believe it's about sponsorship, because sponsors are people who will be with you for life. And in many ways, a true sponsor and a true sponsorship means you get as much as you give. You know, often we go in and we want to draw that information out of people. Tell me what I should do. But take the time to say, what's important to you? How can I help you? How can we work and learn and grow together? Because trust me, those sponsors, they're learning about you, and the more they learn about you, the more they see in your unique value propositions who you are, the more they can help you. And so get to know them. Very early on, I was working at McGraw-Hill in publishing, and Terry McGraw, who was then head of planning, plucked this young marketer out of the business line and said, you're going to come up and you're going to run corporate planning for me. And all I could think of is, what experience do I have to do this job? But whatever, he thinks I can do it, I'm going for it. So I asked a lot of questions. Terry pushed me. He pushed me harder than I've ever been pushed. He tested me. He grew me, but he also got to know me. And to this day, he gave me an incredible gift, a capability that when I look back has impacted my view of companies from the top down, not just the bottom up, for the rest of my life. And today we are still very, very good friends, but he saw something that I didn't even appreciate. And that's what a great sponsor will do. So take the time. Understand that a sponsor's going to see things you can't see, but get to know them. It's a two-way relationship. Give as much as you get. And by the way, it's not too early to start being a sponsor. For what you've achieved, bring others along. One of the greatest prides I have is sponsoring so many individuals who had no idea how far they could go and how fast they could get there. And today, those people have followed me in many of the places I worked. And besides, I always tell them it's job security, because someday, when I need something to do, they're going to be a CEO somewhere, and they'll invite me back to give them a hand. So it will pay off for a lifetime. Third idea. Third idea has to do with career growth. And you know, career growths are really hardly ever linear. If you think about math when you were a kid was pretty linear. First you learned arithmetic, then geometry, then algebra, then calculus, kind of everything built upon the next step. And in reality, we do tend to be a bit overplanned in our lives today. But when you step back and you think about careers, a very, very great man who I respect deeply once said to me, "Connie, careers are like climbing a rock wall." He goes, "You can't go straight up when you climb that rock wall. You're going to go up, sideways, in many cases go down before you go up, and you're going to forge different paths because it's the only way to get to the top of the wall." And I thought that was incredible advice. I started here as a textile chemistry major. And you know what? I had a great plan. My father owned a textile manufacturing company. I was going to go to work in the family business, and I'll be darned if he didn't sell it when I was a senior. So I had to change course. And I was, in 1975, one of 2 women in the United States selling aluminum. Let me tell you, that was an interesting, groundbreaking direction to take. That led me to the beginning of so many other things. And after all, I ended up being a CMO for several large Fortune 100 companies. Who knew back then? But the reality was, it's because when I came to the fork in the road, the one that was, well, this is the obvious place you should go because you're in marketing and you should take the obvious next step, I didn't. I had the courage to take the right turn, meaning right and also luckily correct, but in reality, I didn't always take the obvious path. I had to trust the skills, the foundation that you've all acquired here at your time in the Smith School to move me forward. So let me tell you one more little story. Early on, again, MCI, I was working on changing their brand from a consumer brand to a serious business player way, early back in the 90s. And all of a sudden I got a call to go up to see a man, Dan Ackerson, who was at that time the COO. And he said to me, "I have a job I want you to do." And I said, "Sure, I'm ready for it. What is it?" He said, "I want you to run investor relations. We're having some real issues with our share owners." And I looked at him, I said, "That's interesting." And he goes, "You'll work for the new CFO, and you'll join us in finance." And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I'm going to leave marketing, I'm going to go to finance, I'm going to do this IR thing. And by the way, I don't even know what the job is. So what did I do? I called a sponsor, someone I trusted, and said, "Hey, they want me to do this job, this investor relations thing." And she said, "You'll be fine." She goes, "After all, it is the real pinnacle of marketing and relationship management." So I went on to build that program, a lot of trial and error, I must say, and then went on to build an award-winning program for Microsoft, for AT&T, for Bearing Point, and blended that all in before I went back to becoming a CMO or going back into marketing. So you see, I took that unusual fork in the road, and yes, I did call that Lifeline, that sponsor. And together, I trusted the foundation of what I had to scale that rock wall. Now, I might have reached the top of my, what I'll call corporate rock wall, but I've just started on my new rock wall, working with startups and entrepreneurs to help them really discover some of their own potential. So these are ideas that I wanted to share because they're ideas that are very personal. They're ideas that if you really think about them and think about yourself, you can make choices that are the right choices for you. What did we say? First, your career is like climbing a rock wall, and it's not going to be linear. Have the courage when you come to a choice to go sideways, or in some cases, down to fill yourself out before you go up. Have the courage and trust yourself to take that avenue. Number 2, sponsors are lifelong relationships. They really are the foundation for your network. It goes both ways, though. You give and you get. And it's not too early to be a great sponsor for those around you and coming behind you. And third, embrace failure. Failure's not so bad. It stings when it happens, but embrace it as a learning and be kind to others when they make mistakes, because they're learnings as well. So, congratulations to all of you for your wonderful, wonderful achievements. Congratulations for an incredible beginning. And, you know, if you think about these three things, they all kind of fit together. Now, as part of the foundation, it really is about who you are, what you do, and what makes you different. So as I close, I'm going to give you a little assignment here. And it's something that someone did to me, and it was a bit of self-discovery. So I was doing an interview several years ago on a panel with Mika Brzezinski, and she can be pretty formidable. And she said, okay, turns to the panelists, 3 words that define you. Turns to me and goes, start. So, you know, that's one of those moments where the first thing that comes out of your mouth is the way you go. But what I said was vision, courage, drive. And it was interesting because they just flew out of my mouth. And when I thought about it later, I thought, that's really who I am. That's really what has propelled me. So my assignment for all of you, without thinking, this is not an analytical exercise, say the first 3 words, say them to yourself. 3 words that define you. Think about that. Write them down, and then later really go back and think about what that means for you as you go forward. So trust your foundation, continue to learn, continue to grow, scale that rock wall, follow those dreams. You have unlimited potential. Thank you, happy holiday, and happy beginnings.
Thank you very much, Connie, for sharing those personal and very important non-advice ideas with us.
Word advice.
We want to give you a small token of appreciation, and here it is.
Oh, how beautiful. Thank you. I will hang this in my new office with great pride. Thank you.
Thank you.
Professor Robert Windle, Director of Doctoral Programs, will present the Doctor of Philosophy graduate. Will the candidate please rise?
Dean Triandis, I am pleased to present the Doctor of Philosophy degree recipient.
Dr. Windle, I'm honored to recognize the graduate who has successfully completed all requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Professor Michael Ball, Senior Associate Dean, will introduce the graduate.
Sing Woo Lee, Major Marketing. Hooders are Dr. Ji Zhang, Professor of Marketing and the Harvey Sanders Fellow of Retail Management, and Dr. Michelle Waddell, Distinguished University Professor and PepsiCo Chair in Consumer Science. Dissertation title is Strategic Monetization and Upgrading Decisions for Mobile Applications.
A professional photographer will be taking each graduate's picture as they receive their envelope. In order not to obstruct the view of other guests, family and friends are asked not to enter the floor for photographs. Also, we remind all attendees to please remain seated throughout the entire ceremony in order to fully recognize all of today's graduates. Dr. Michael Falkender, Associate Dean of Master's Programs, will present the candidates for the master's degree. Will candidates for the Master of Business Administration, Master of Finance, and Master of Science degrees please rise?
Dean Triantis, I am pleased to present the master's graduates.
I am honored to recognize these graduates who have successfully completed all requirements for the Master of Business Administration degree, the Master of Finance degree, or the Master of Science degree.
Will the graduates please be seated? Mr. Dale Vanderwall, Assistant Dean of Strategic Operations, will introduce the MBA graduates. We will now recognize the graduate who is a member of the Platform Party.
Rex Wu. Congratulations, Rex.
Will all Master of Business Administration, Master of Finance, and Master of Science graduates please remain seated until directed to the platform to receive our congratulations?
The following students are Master of Business Administration degree candidates. James Belagarian, Christopher Bostic, Ian Melhorn, Susan Hosseini, Valerie Warner, Sakina Rangwala, George Schmeester, Andrew King, Timothy Crouch, Timothy Allen Randolph Jr., Stephen Mark Abbott, Roberto Calvo, Tatiana Toruella, Jacqueline Black, Christina Schultz, Jennifer Casaragola, Victoria Black, Kellyanne Houston, Holly D. Armand, Agyeman Senkiri, Stuart Kaltov, Alicia McGregor, William Zellweger, Luda Pillay, Hema Sued, Shanna Davidson, Endri Mustafa, Nicole Snyder,
Congratulations.
Eric Horan, Mark Sterling, Jameson O'Neill, Carlos Casiedo Pardo, Matthew Gamariello, Abby Hancock, Aaron Fury, Ryan Bankert, Victor Quintanilla, Elizabeth Dong, Zachary Stern, Yoki Yi, Karen Teos. Kenneth Shane. Margarita Murphy. Verhelia Zabala Zana Bria. Amanda Davis.
Congratulations.
Lauren Hayden. Laura Scruggs. Mark Davis. Benjamin Ettinger. Justin Hasty. Jeffrey Lurs. Vikram Mathur. Daniel Bragason. Kurtibusan Nayak. Hewitt Amare. Kinjal Patel. Sadat Bazarova. Sherry Hirschman. Safa Ali. Jeremy Holmes. Stephen Torgrimson. Santhosh George. Zain Ajaz. Rehan Hussein. Melanie Condon. Ryan Michael McDonald. Stephen Jaworski. CJ Mulligan. Jasmine Jarvis. Ciara Scott. Alexis Williams. Nyeka Igbokwe.
Ms. Nicola Daniel, Associate Director of the Finance Department, will introduce the Master of Finance and Master of Science graduates.
The following students are Master of Science in Accounting degree students. Okay. Bryce Hartman. Dakota Johnson. Koi Lee. Kan Shengjia. Cui Xiaohan. Pi Xueyan. Hu Ke. Zhu Cong. Ding Peilin. Li Qianxiang. Tu Ningxin. Meng Ze. Sun Lujing. Xiao Wenwen. Zhao Weixia. Yu Chun. Chun. Feng Jiabao. Juanita Swanpan. Xin Jaeyun. Leo Prawi. Sorry. Gantuya Purebat. Thank you. Okay. Jainabu Diallo. Okay. Emmanuel Ofori Awuya. Okay. Okay. Fanta Sise. Okay. Uspita. 王信书，骆维，侯奇 ，OK， 马欣然，王胜楚，Bhavin Shah， Stephen Francis， 王晓，董思哲，董思。Rita Zerum， 许丽玲，邓月，江玉，汉宁，刘庆新，张悦，刘忠一，黄志天，瑶瑶，柳志如，王立安，何以天，蔡玉彤，叶玉露，武宁京，戴思云，杨静南，谢秋莹，李静君，冯月阁，对，张培璇 ，OK， 马西亚，张北北，杨谦，谭潇，陈启新，孙正阳，丁小学，严哲，王宇飞，祝钱谦，武听元，彭京，柳玉清，李润宁，李坤鹏，郑开熙，杨烨，季准阳，周旭阳，李正。Okay, you're the tricky one, right? Samuel Sawyer. Oluwatosin Adedeji. Tolulope Lawal. Toluwalope Oshubajo. Modupiola Ogunmefun. Edward Ampunsa. Ren Yinan. Li Jiaqi. Liu Ziyang. Ding Xiang. Zhang Yiqing. Sun Hanyang. 刘一挪、滕雨辰、左于汉、周于汉、关素、张芷欣、赵科新、李浩。 共翻翻共，李时云，崔母亚， 易作 ，OK， 柳东尼，王佳宁，张颖说，石嘉文，饶楠楠，徐萌佳，松瑞，陈殿梨，江真，柳思薇，杨慧一，柳梦花，乔燕林，曹以琛，潘文月，刘明琴，张以云，张若涵，张思南，吕培华，黄不文卓，柳天，柳诗阳，不对，王吕阳，柳秋霜，蔡宇阳，柳钦称，戴民礼 ，Catherine McKenzie， Jane Kamau， 武自璇 ，India Gonzalez， Taylor Houghton， Aziz Kiari, thank you. Oluwafula Akinribade, Shayna Hunt Colin, Cassandra Toole, Charliza Cummins. Okay. The following students are Master of Finance degree candidates. Dong Jibin, Sun Kai, Xu Fandi, Yan Mengfan, Hu Yannan, Wang Ruochen, Zhang Boyang, Tyler Klug, Chris Renard, Ma Ming Zhuo, Ma Ke, Yang Shiming, Chang Shuopeng, Jia Ye, Xu Yuhan, Wang Jing, Yu Yukun, Chen Bofan, 祝志超、杨白、王强、张毅、胡毅、程思宁、王莹、马可。The following students are Master of Science in Information Systems candidates. Shriti Kabitiyal, Kanchan Markandeya, Amita Kumar, Kuldeepak Sharma, He Shuman, Liu Fei, Man Yang, Dai Ruzhen, Yu Xin, 俨然、熊义丁、陈义瑜、王义林、李凌波、谢丽娜、卢痛、张子晶、张露露、田天琪、彭婉琪、梅之燕、踹诗璇、有子一、祝熙、张一哥、杨文琪、孔令泽、任思琪、刘万清、潘晨、霍宇哲、薛文熙、甘露、刘丽莎、方江毅、刘洋、宗新、祝梦晶、文娜、程继琼、王雅各，OK， 公正、正义、亨道、乔彦博、周一样、Devika Raj、Mansi Tiwari. The following students are Master of Science in Supply Chain Management degree candidates. Luke Macris, He Hailong, James Choi, Shou Jiawei, Hua Zelong, Zhang Zegeng, Sun Li, Cheng Chongxuan, Chen Qiuyan, Chen Xinyi, He Yiting, Ren Zijia, Lian Wei, Wu Jiahui, Sun Xuejing, Chen Xi, Shitai Suach, Fatima Awan, Mohammed Hassan, Soumitra Dabal, Bharadwaj Chintalapati, Gustavo Rios, Ye Yunxiang, Zeng Weiguang, Miao Lingxuan, Huang Qijing, Zhao Shuxuan, Song Qiaofei, Liu Zizhen, Ni Haotian, Chong Caijun, Krista Galliano, Imani McLean, Tendo Tadani, Bhavani Pamraju, Zhang Fengyi, Stephen Chi. Done?
Dr. Victor Mullins, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs, will present the class of 2017 graduates. Will the candidates please rise?
Dean Triantis. I'm very pleased to introduce the graduates of the class of 2017.
I am honored to recognize these graduates who have successfully completed all requirements for the Bachelor of Science degree.
Will the graduates please be seated? Mr. Dale Vanderwall, Assistant Dean of Strategic Operations, will introduce the graduates. We will now recognize a graduate who is a member of the Platform Party.
Jessica Ting, double degree in Marketing and Information Systems, graduating summa cum laude.
Will all other graduates please remain seated until directed to the platform to receive our congratulations?
The following students are finance majors. Michaela Clark. Jonathan Galitzer, summa cum laude. Benjamin Dianeem, summa cum laude. Megan Kane. Farhan Bader. Daniel Kim. Kelly Bien, cum laude. Megarn Go. Angela Dong. Jared Ebner. Raya Gelstein. Kanchi Dang. Tushig Idrisut. Rachel Isaacson, cum laude. Abigail Pervayez. Brian Portero. Kevin Salmaran. Shaji Zaidi. Dmitry Timerbeev. Sophia Lee. Xin Jian. Charles Trandak. Peter Chong. Timothy Chen. Scott Clifford. Jack Rogers. Evan Chase. Matthew Wells. Serena Soffit. Maria Mazariagas. Taylor Vile. Huntington Williams. Jennifer Lee. Hugh Wynn. Colin Mattingly. Bridget Selena Pacheco. Melissa Fuller. The following students are international business majors. Brandon Amoa. Marina Bulatova. Nicole Cheng. Victoria Weber. The following students are supply chain management majors. Melissa Romero. Augustina D'Ambrosi. Pablo Goldstein, magna cum laude. James Becker. Noah Lipton. Zachary Grinspoon. The following students are management majors, which includes students in the entrepreneurship track. Katie Aranyas. Lee Zhang. Samantha Burke. Faruza Guraswamy. Jessica Hairston. Robert Maurice Johnson. Mohammed Malik. Jeffany Ranton. Christopher Robles. Angwe Endam. Jessica Salis Roca. The following students are accounting majors. Augustine Nkanka. Janae Savoy, magna cum laude. Marina Loaiza. Molly Raditz. Deborah Williams. Hayun An. Jane Sang, cum laude. Kenneth Zhang. Shuo Li. Ruhama Peabody. Felix Ayande. Sagar Del Sanya. Michael Durbin. Sebastian Chasse. Rachel Bohorfish, magna cum laude. Hannah Pendergast. Margarita Lisi. Justine Owona. Alexandra Davis. Sheldon Perry Konecki. Christopher Park. Connor Delaney. Seung Choi. Yuna Lee. Emily Smith. Yuan Min Ren. Chuo-Ching Lee. Dina Schreiber. Tyler Arnstein. The following students are marketing majors. Jacqueline Natali. Marie Bushman. Mamaya Opoku. Maximilian Waite. Elisa Binger, magna cum laude. Daniel Salisbury. Angela Warner. Ashley Mistretta. Sydney Klein, cum laude. Daniela Mazel, summa cum laude. Nicholas Wynell. Max Samuels. Angela Bingay. Hannah Sie. Madeline Perry. Jacqueline Richards. Sean Romick. Leslie Tark. Nak Kao. Ankita Patney. The following students are information systems majors. Joseph Allen. Ryan Bailey. Jack Garabedian. Joshua Hicks. Hasnain Jamal. Srishti Kapoor. Fan Lee. Carol Lung. Yamar Mbai. Donald Rogers. Julia Lomakina. Rahul Sitaram, magna cum laude. Yasser Valudin. Chuan Yi. Samantha Thak.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we congratulate our newest graduates, please direct your attention to the screens for a special welcome message from our Smith School alumni.
Hi, my name is Dave Feldman.
Hi, I'm Lisa Anders.
Hello, my name is Khalil Pettis. I really feel that Smith gave me all the tools and things necessary to really grow both personally and professionally. And so because of that, I feel the sense to really give back and stay involved in the community of Smith.
Being a Smith School alumni means a lot to me. I've stayed very active in a number of different initiatives through the University of Maryland. Many of my closest friends are Terps.
I stay engaged with students and alums in New York City by trying my best to be an ambassador for the brand. I've done this in several ways. I've hosted students several times up to Goldman Sachs to come visit me and talk about my experiences. I go to the different alumni events and game watches.
Coming back to speak at different forums here at the Smith School, people gravitate and want to learn and get advice because they're going through what you just went through. And now you have something to share.
I stay engaged with Smith because Smith has had a profound impact on my life, and I feel an obligation to give back to the community that's given so much to me.
I stay engaged with the Smith School because it keeps me connected to a source of knowledge, and it energizes me every time I come back.
I stay engaged with Smith because they take on an important role in many of the discussions today, and I want to be part of those discussions.
I'm a proud Smith Terp.
I'm proud to be a Smith Terp.
I am a proud Smith School Terp.
Hi, we are your Smith Alumni Chapter Board. We serve as ambassadors to promote the school to the greater alumni community and are comprised of volunteers from different business sectors, class years, and degrees.
On behalf of the Alumni Chapter Board, welcome to the Smith alumni community. We invite you to participate in events, connect with us on social media pages, and download the Smith app.
Congratulations and welcome to the Smith alumni community.
Well, once again, let us all congratulate today's graduates, our new proud Smith alumni. Graduates of the Robert H. Smith School of Business, it has been a real pleasure to share this special day with you. My congratulations to each of you on the accomplishments that have led you to this day. We also honor the people who supported you, who believed in you, and who in many cases paid for you, the parents of the class of 2017. It is with great hope and optimism that we at the Smith School send you out into the world. I am certain that you will lead diverse and accomplished lives. I know you are happy to have your classes behind you. This may be the end of college, but it is not the end of learning. As you continue to learn, I hope you will share your knowledge, your insights, and your experience with us. And I hope that your life will lead you back to this learning community, to mentor students, to serve on a committee, to speak to a club, or to continue your education. Graduation is a significant achievement made possible by your own hard work, but also by the support of your friends and family members. As you graduate, I also offer you the Smith School's encouragement and support. Take advantage of our alumni networking opportunities as you pursue your careers. Stay in touch with us, and we will stay in touch with you. The Alumni Relations Office is even now checking your address and the spelling of your last names. We hope you have a long and mutually beneficial relationship with the Smith School. Every member of the Smith community is very proud of your achievements. We wish you well on the journey ahead, and I look forward to hearing many good reports of your successes in the years to come. Congratulations. I wish you all the best.
Will graduates and guests please be seated and remain seated until the faculty has recessed. After the faculty has recessed, graduates are asked to please exit the arena by any of the stairways from the floor. In addition, we ask that all guests and graduates please exit the arena immediately following the Smith School ceremony in order to allow guests arriving for the next ceremony to take their seats. Thank you for your cooperation, and please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.